Majjhima Nikaya 98, with Vāseṭṭha. So I have heard. At one time, the Buddha was staying in a forest near Ichinangala. Now at that time, several very well-known well-to-do Brahmins were residing in Ichinangala. They included the Brahmins Tunki, Taruka, Pakarasati, Janusoni, Todeya, and others. Then, as the students Vāseṭṭha and Bharadvaja were going for a walk, they began to discuss the question, how do you become a Brahmin? Bharadvaja said this: when you're well born on both your mother's and father's side, stemming from a clean vessel, with irrefutable and impeccable genealogy back to the 7th paternal generation, then you're a Brahmin. Vāseṭṭha said this: when you're ethical and accomplished in doing your duties, then you're a Brahmin. But neither was able to persuade the other. So Vāseṭṭha said to Bharadvaja, worthy Bharadvaja, the ascetic Gotama, a Sakyan, gone forth from a Sakyan family, is staying in a forest near Ichinangala. He has this good reputation: that blessed one is perfected, a fully awakened Buddha, accomplished in knowledge and conduct, holy, knower of the world, supreme guide for those fit for training, teacher of gods and humans, awakened, blessed. Come, let's go to see him, and ask him about this matter. As he answers, so we'll remember it. Yes, worthy sir, replied Bharadvaja. So they went to the Buddha and exchanged greetings with him. When the greetings and polite conversation were over, they sat down to one side, and Vāseṭṭha addressed the Buddha in verse. We're both authorized masters of the 3 Vedas. I'm a student of Pakarasati, and he of Taruka. We're fully qualified in all the Vedic experts teach. As philologists and grammarians, we match our tutors in recitation. We have a dispute regarding genealogy. For Bharadvaja says that one is a Brahmin due to birth, but I declare it's because of one's deeds. O clear-eyed one, know this as our debate. Since neither of us was able to convince the other, we've come to ask you, sir, renowned as the awakened one. As people honor with cupped palms the moon on the cusp of waxing, bowing, they revere Gotama in the world. We ask this of Gotama, the I arisen in the world. Is one a Brahmin due to birth, or else because of deeds? We don't know. Please tell us, so we can recognize a Brahmin.
I shall explain to you, said the Buddha, accurately and in sequence, the taxonomy of living creatures, for species are indeed diverse. Know the grass and trees, though they lack self-awareness. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. Next there are bugs that crawl or fly, and so on to ants and termites. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. Know the quadrupeds too, both small and large. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. Know too the long-backed snakes, crawling on their bellies. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. Next know the fish, whose range is the water. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. Next know the birds, winged chariots in flight. They're defined by birth, for species are indeed diverse. While the differences between these species are defined by birth, the differences between humans are not defined by birth. Not by hair nor by head, not by ear nor by eye, not by mouth nor by nose, not by lips nor by eyebrow, not by shoulder nor by neck, not by belly nor by back, not by buttocks nor by breast, not by groin nor by genitals, not by hands nor by feet, not by fingers nor by nails, not by knees nor by thighs, not by color nor by voice. None of these are defined by birth as it is for other species. In specific human bodies, you can't find such distinctions. The distinctions among humans are spoken of by convention. Anyone among humans who lives off keeping cattle, know them Vāseṭṭha as a farmer, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off various professions, know them Vāseṭṭha as a professional, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off trade, know them Vāseṭṭha as a trader, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off serving others, know them Vāseṭṭha as a servant, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off stealing, know them Vāseṭṭha as a bandit, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off archery, know them Vāseṭṭha as a warrior, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who lives off priesthood, know them Vāseṭṭha as a sacrificer, not a Brahmin. Anyone among humans who taxes village and nation, know them Vāseṭṭha as a ruler, not a Brahmin. I don't call someone a Brahmin after the mother's womb they're born from. If they still have attachments, they're just someone who says worthy. Having nothing, taking nothing, that's who I declare a Brahmin. Having cut off all fetters, they have no anxiety, they've slipped their chains and are detached, that's who I declare a Brahmin. They've cut the strap and harness, the halter and bridle too, with crossbar lifted, they're awakened. That's who I declare a Brahmin.
Abuse, killing, caging. They endure these without anger. Patience is their powerful army. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Not irritable or pretentious, dutiful in precepts and observances, tamed, bearing their final body. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Like rain off a lotus leaf, like a mustard seed off the point of a pin, sensual pleasures slip off them. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They understand for themselves the end of suffering in this life. With burden put down, detached. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Deep in wisdom, intelligent, expert in what is the path and what is not the path. Arrived at the highest goal. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Mixing with neither householders nor the homeless, a migrant with no bastion, few in wishes. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've laid aside violence against creatures firm and frail. Not killing or making others kill. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Not fighting among those who fight, quenched among those who have taken up arms, not grasping among those who grasp. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've discarded greed and hate, along with conceit and contempt. Like a mustard seed off the point of a pin. That's who I declare a Brahmin. The words they utter are polished, informative, and true, and don't offend anyone. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They don't steal anything in the world, long or short, fine or coarse, beautiful or ugly. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They have no hope for this world or the next, with no need for hope, detached. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They have no clinging, knowledge has freed them of indecision. They've arrived at the objective of freedom from death. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've escaped the snare of both good and bad deeds, sorrowless, stainless, pure. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Pure as the spotless moon, clear and undisturbed, they've ended relish for rebirth. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've got past this grueling swamp of delusion, transmigration, meditating in stillness, free of indecision. They have crossed over to the far shore. They're quenched by not grasping. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've given up sensual stimulations and have gone forth from lay life. They've ended rebirth in the sensual realm. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've given up craving and have gone forth from lay life. They've ended craving to be reborn. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They've thrown off the human yoke and slicked out of the heavenly yoke, unyoked from all yokes. That's who I declare a Brahmin.
Giving up desire and discontent, they're cooled and free of attachments. A hero, master of the whole world. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They know the passing away and rebirth of all beings, unattached, holy, awakened. That's who I declare a Brahmin. Gods, centaurs, and humans don't know their destiny. The perfected ones with defilements ended. That's who I declare a Brahmin. They have nothing before or after, or even in between. Having nothing, taking nothing, that's who I declare a Brahmin. Captain of the herd, excellent hero, great seer and victor. Unstirred, washed, awakened, that's who I declare a Brahmin. They who know their past lives, see heaven and places of loss, and have attained the end of rebirth, that's who I declare a Brahmin. For name and clan are formulated as mere convention in the world. Produced by mutual agreement, they're formulated in each case. For a long time this misconception has prejudiced those who don't understand. Ignorant, they declare that one is a Brahmin by birth. You're not a Brahmin by birth, nor by birth a non-Brahmin. You're a Brahmin by your deeds, and by deeds a non-Brahmin. You're a farmer by your deeds, by deeds you're a professional. You're a trader by your deeds, by deeds are you a servant. You're a bandit by your deeds, by deeds you're a warrior. You're a sacrificer by your deeds, by deeds you're a ruler. In this way the astute regard deeds in accord with truth. Seeing dependent origination, they're expert in deeds and their results. Deeds make the world go on, deeds make people go on. Sentient beings are bound by deeds, like a moving chariot's linchpin. By fervor and spiritual practice, by restraint and by self-control. That's how to become a Brahmin. This is the supreme Brahmin. Accomplished in the three knowledges, peaceful, with rebirth ended, know them, Vāseṭṭha, as the divinity, and Sakka to the wise.
When he had spoken, Vāseṭṭha and Bharadvaja said to him, "Excellent, worthy Gautama, excellent," as if he were righting the overturned, or revealing the hidden, or pointing out the path to the lost, or lighting a lamp in the dark, so people with clear eyes can see what's there. Worthy Gautama has made the teaching clear in many ways. We go for refuge to the worthy Gautama, to the teaching, and to the mendicant Sangha. From this day forth, may the worthy Gautama remember us as lay followers who have gone for refuge for life.